everyone, wanted to make a tutorial for you on how to access Zoom via your phone. I am accessing it via an iPhone, so it'll look very similar for an iPad. I believe that once you get into Zoom, it pretty much looks exactly the same for an Android or other tablets. So if it doesn't for some reason, then reach out to me and I can make another tutorial with my husband's phone, which is a Samsung. But honestly, the app really shouldn't look that different once you're inside of it, and everything should apply. So to join our calls, you're gonna have to download the Zoom app prior. So it looks like this here on the left where it's got the little camera and it says Zoom. There's a couple ways that you can join. One, you could just check your email from within your phone or on your iPad, press the link, and it'll automatically prompt you to open Zoom, or it may just open Zoom automatically. Now, if you don't want to do it that way for some reason, or you've lost the link, if you know what the meeting ID is, you can join. You can press that join button. So you saw that right here, join. And then I can put the meeting ID, which is just the, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10-digit number that's at the end of the link. So ignore this meeting ID that I'm putting in. This is just for the tutorial. It is not the meeting ID that you will use for our meeting. I repeat, do not use this meeting ID. You would use the one in your email from most likely Kathleen. If you want to change your name, you can just click here. As mentioned in my other video, please do add your sectional so that it's easy for us to move you into sectional breakout rooms during our rehearsals. Don't worry too much about these join options down here. I wouldn't even touch them right now. So you're just gonna go ahead and press join. And there we are in the meeting. You're going to get this prompt. This first prompt, if you are using Wi-Fi for your iPad or your phone at your home, then just go ahead and press call using internet audio. It's going to be the easiest way to join. If you are not on internet or having issues with internet, then you're going to want to dial in separately through another phone or a landline. And when you press that, you're going to see this prompt with a whole bunch of different numbers. Just press the best one, just the first one, and that meeting ID here on the bottom, you may need that for reference. Okay, back into the meeting. So in the center is where you're going to see all the other participants and the host. And then you'll see me in the upper right-hand corner. That's obviously where you're going to be. And I'm going to show you in a minute how to see everyone else. But at first, you're not going to see any menu options. What you need to do first is you need to actually tap onto your screen, and you can see that all of these options came up. So I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to show you what each of these is. So on the lower hand corner, you've got your mute and unmute. Then you also have stop video. If you needed to share content, you most likely won't need to do that, but that's where that button is. And then under participants, you would be able to see all the participants and who the host is. Now, if you decided to change your name or anything like that, you can actually just click on your name. You can raise your hand, you can mute your audio from there and rename yourself. So you can see how that came right up, and you could add your sectional if that was needed for sectionals or any other information. You can also go directly to chat from there, and you can chat to everyone. Hello, everyone. And you could also chat individually to someone if you wanted to. So you would press on that everyone with the little arrow, and it'll show everyone there, and you can just click on the name of the person you want to chat directly to. So we went back to the chat box. I'm going to close out of that. Don't worry too much about the bell on the upper right-hand corner that just mutes your chat notifications. Don't worry too much about that. We're going to close out of here and come back to the main screen here. On the upper left-hand corner, that's your audio. So you want to look and make sure that you're connected that way. If you want to show someone something other than yourself, you wanted to change your camera view, you'd press that little arrow on the top, on the upper left-hand corner. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. See, there's the rose. And on the next to that, that's the meeting ID if you ever need that. And then of course, if you needed to leave the meeting for any reason, you have that leave on the upper right-hand corner. On the lower right-hand corner, you see more and 3 dots. That's going to give you some more options here. You can clap, you can give a thumbs up, you can also go to the chat box from there. I'm going to talk about meeting settings in just a minute. Minimize meeting means to minimize the screen so you can look at other things on your phone and virtual background. If you wanted to have a virtual background, you could play around with that. You could also raise your hand if that's a prompt in the meeting, or disconnect your audio. If you're having audio issues, you can press that and then find another way to connect to audio. You probably won't need a lot of these things, but let's check out meeting settings. Meeting settings, again, you're not going to need anything in here. You probably just would not want to be in here at all, but in case you get on here, here's what it looks like. The one thing that is kind of nice is the touch up my appearance. It gives you free airbrushing. So, it can, give you that clear skin. I thought that was kind of funny. If you need closed captioning, you could do that there, and see how I just toggled that off. So for those of you that don't know what the toggle is, green is on, and when you press on that, it turns it off, or vice versa. And then show names, etc., my connected time, you're not going to really need that. So here we are back into the meeting. And the other thing I wanted to show you is that if you have a lot of people in the meeting, you might not see all of them on this main screen. So what you're most likely going to need to do is swipe left. Obviously, there's no one else on this meeting, so I can't show you, but when you swipe left, you'll see a new screen so that you can see even more people. But if there's 100 people on the meeting, you're not going to be able to see all of them on one screen, even on your computer. But so that's if you need to kind of swipe through, that's how you're going to do it. I did want to show you that if for some reason you swipe left, this is what you're going to see. This is safe driving mode. You really want to try to not be on this screen. You would just want to swipe right back. But if you're driving, then you want to be in this mode where your microphone's going to be muted, your video is going to be stopped, and you're going to have to press that tap to speak in order to get back into the meeting. So these are the main things that you should need to see for a Zoom meeting on the phone. Like I said, every phone should look pretty similar once you're in, and there's a limited capability, but most of all, you're just going to need what you see here.